Good evening. Come on in and sit by the fire. Let's see what's in my book tonight. In the autumn of 1918, in a forest in France, 500 American soldiers walked into a trap. They had pushed forward through the trees, further than anyone expected, and by the time they realized what had happened, the enemy had closed in behind them. They were surrounded, cut off, no food, no fresh water, no way out, and no way to send word to their own side that they were still alive. They dug in on the side of a hill, and they waited. And they hoped that somebody somewhere knew where they were. Somebody did, but not in the way they wanted, because on the second day, their own guns began to fire on them. Miles away, the artillery had been told the enemy held that hillside. They did not know their own men were dug into it, and so the shells came down hour after hour onto the very soldiers they were meant to protect. Men who had survived the enemy were now being killed by their own side, and there was nothing they could do to stop it. They had no radio, no telephone line, no runner could get through the ring of enemy soldiers around them. But they had 3 pigeons. Now, you might not think much of a pigeon. Most people don't. But in those days, a carrier pigeon was worth more than gold to a soldier, because a pigeon could do the one thing no man could. It could fly over the fighting, and it always knew the way home. They sent up the first pigeon with a message tied to its leg. It was shot out of the sky. They sent up the second. That one was shot down too. And that left one, a small dark bird with a band on her leg named Cher Ami. The commander wrote out his message on a slip of paper, and his hands must have shaken as he did it, because it was the last chance 500 men had. He wrote where they were, and then he wrote the words that mattered most. For heaven's sake, stop firing on us. They rolled the paper into a tiny canister, fixed it to the pigeon's leg, and let her go. Cher Ami rose up out of the trees, and the enemy saw her. Bullets came up from every side. The men below watched their last hope climb into that storm, and then they saw her hit. She dropped. She fell out of the air like a stone, and every man watching knew what it meant. It meant they were finished. And then Cher Ami got up. Somehow that small bird beat her wings and lifted herself off the ground and climbed back into the sky, shot through the breast, one leg hanging by a thread of tendon, the message canister still fixed to it, blind in one eye, and she flew. 25 miles, over the guns, over the trees, over the smoke and the noise, with her body torn open and her leg dangling beneath her. She flew the way she had been trained to fly, the way she had always flown, because somewhere ahead of her was home, and home was where the message had to go. She made it in 25 minutes. They found her collapsed at the loft, barely alive, the canister still attached to what was left of her leg. They read the message. The guns stopped. And when the rescuers finally broke through to that hillside, they brought out 194 men. Of the 500 who had gone in, those were the ones still alive. Every one of them owed that life to a bird the size of your 2 hands. The army surgeons did everything they could for her. They could not save her leg, so they carved her a little wooden one, and the soldiers fussed over her and fed her and made a great deal of her, this scruffy, half-blind, one-legged pigeon who had done what no man among them could do. She was given a medal for it. She sailed home to America on a ship, and the general himself saw her aboard. She died the following year from her wounds, and they were so unwilling to let go of her that they had her preserved. And to this day, if you go to the Great Museum in Washington, you can stand in front of a glass case and look at her, a small brown bird with one leg standing very still, People walk past her all the time without stopping. She doesn't look like much. She never did. But every one of those 194 men went home. They married and had children, and those children had children. And there are people walking about in the world today, thousands of them, who would never have been born at all if one small wounded bird had decided, lying in the mud with her body broken, that she was too tired to get up. She got up. That's the whole of it, really. She got up and she flew. Off you go now, and I'll keep the fire warm for you. Come and see me again soon. There's always another tale in my book.